Yes people, in this video I'm going to be showing you yet another method you can use to get your basses wobbling so they sound a bit like this. I promise this is going to be the last bass wobble technique for a while because I know I've rinsed this subject a little bit the last few weeks, but anyway. So the way this technique is done is using a chorus. So briefly, what is a chorus? Well, it's an effect that makes it sound like there's more than one instance of a sound, which can result in like a sort of a thicker, sometimes wavy, sometimes stereo sound. So the way that a chorus achieves this is it duplicates the signal and it slightly delays and detunes these duplicates and then mixes it all back together as one sort of thing. That's a brief explanation anyway. I'll flash ChatGPT up on the screen because it's going to do a better job explaining than me. Now, if you're an Ableton user, I'm going to show you an ultra quick technique that you can use, which I've actually used in a few tracks myself, which I'll go over in the video. And this wobble effect is really good for kind of like rolling drum and bass lines, or at least I think it is anyway. However, if you're not an Ableton user, then you should be able to recreate the method in any chorus or DAW really. I mean, depending on the features it has, but anyway, I feel like I've waffled enough. Let me show you this technique. Alright, so this tune in front of me is called Exodus. It came out in 2021 on my Coda EP, that was on Lowdown Deep, and I'll just play a quick snippet for you now.
An Exodus.
I should mention there was no mastering or mix down on this one because I was in a separate project when it was all bounced down to audio, but that's irrelevant because what we're interested in is this sound here. And that's what we're going to be making, or at least we're going to be making the wobble effect that's happening. So the reason it's super quick if you're in Ableton is because this actually used one of the chorus presets called Yo Man. So if I just play that bass sound without the Yo Man on, it sounds pretty, you know, dull and drony, but with the Yo Man on, all of a sudden there's this mad wobble that's going on. So a couple of things I will mention first. When I use the Yo Man preset, I will always put a mono, a utility that's set to mono after it. So there's one here at the end. And the reason being is because if we take off the utility, you can hear it's going mad like side to side. Which at least I don't want. I'd rather have it mono and then use some dimension expander or something to widen it. So I used a preset because it is the quickest way I've found to create a sound like this. But I mean, to be honest, if we were to just get a bog standard chorus and copy the settings on it, so oh dear, I'll replace this one here. So high pass at 562, oh, I'll put 563, but it doesn't matter. Delay 1 milliseconds to 12.9. Delay 2, 15.3. And then on the modulation, we're going to have a rate of 8.97. 9.8 will do. And the amount at 0.23. And the polarity is negative as opposed to positive. And then the feedback is all the way up to 74. And of course, the dry wet is at 100. And I need to make sure the amount's at 0.23 before I go ahead. So the rate's down there, but the effect is still the same. I have actually slightly altered the preset in this video. So if I just quickly drag on the Yo Man preset, see what it's actually saying. I mean, even that sounds pretty nice. So I've changed the delay 2 slightly. So playing with these delays here what I found helps you change the sound. So if I go later down in the track, what's the second one saying? So yeah, delay 2 on this one, I mean the high pass has been moved as well. And the polarity's changed as well, so if we were to just play with that. So yeah, playing with the delays, the polarity, and the high pass, and the feedback as well, to be fair. you can get some pretty nice little wobbles. Let me just quickly get another tune example up as well. Alright, so this tune is called Takes the Cake. This also came out in 2021, I believe. And this tune sounds a bit like this. Again, it's this wobble sound here. If I take the Yo Man preset off, got this kind of like droning sort of like sound, but if we add the Yo Man on, all of a sudden we've got these mad wobbles happening. I feel like this preset, looking at it, is is just straight up the preset with the feedback turned down. It is. From what I can see, it is literally the preset, but on 27% feedback. And the same as the previous tune, later down the line, we've got a bit of variation happening. But what's different on this one is that the settings of this chorus have stayed the same, and it's the actual bass sound that has changed. But I feel like this just shows, you know, the vast opportunities that you can get from this preset. I mean, it's such a simple method. I mean, as I say, you can do this in any DAW. Just copy the settings I previously mentioned and then just play around with them. But yeah, very straightforward, very simple, and hopefully able to get you some grotty wobbles. If you've made it this far into the video, massive thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please do consider liking, commenting and subscribing. All the generic YouTube stuff massively helps the channel out. If there's any sort of videos that you'd like to see, please do let me know in the comments. And until next time, I'll see you later.